Hello everyone, I am Bets Gold and thank you so much for joining me today. Today I'm going to show you how you can use your gel plate and fold it and do some really cool stuff with it. I actually saw this first technique over on Carolyn Doobie's YouTube channel, and I thought it was so cool how she did it. She did like a whole, I don't even know how to explain it. Just go check it out. If you're not following her, go follow her because she has some amazing stuff. Basically what we're going to do is I want you to see how pliable and the gel press is, and how you can just fold it over and do some really cool stuff with it. For this technique, you're going to recognize it because you probably did it as a child. I'm going to be using the Delusions Paint line. Now, normally I do not like to use this paint on the gel press because it is a water-soluble paint, so what that means is every time I put a different color down, there's a chance that it will mix and get muddy. So, and also it's usually super thin. This paint actually is a little bit thicker than normal, and I'm noticing that in the summer in my area, it's a great paint to use with it being so dry. Everything gets dry so fast, and this actually does not. So I put down three light colors in the same family, I should say, on the gel press plate. Cherry Pie, this one is Tangerine Dream, and this one is Vanilla Custard. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to start to fold the plate a couple times, and you're going to just let it fall back on itself. Delusions has recently changed the way that they have storing their paint. Now it comes in it looks like a brain, doesn't it? Now it comes in a tube, so it doesn't dry out nearly as quickly as it has in the past. So I'm just letting it fall back on itself, and then like so. And usually you can get three prints from this at least, and it's really cool. I did try this on a square gel press, and I just really liked this one better. We're about ready, done with this one. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I certainly hope that you consider doing so. Make sure you hit that notification bell. If you have any questions throughout the video, make sure you leave them down below. And if you have any comments as well, and then also if you're enjoying this video, please give it a thumbs up and share. That really helps me. I'm going to just press this out on this piece of paper first and see. That's really kind of a cool thingy that we have going there. Thingy, that's my technical term of the day. And I'm just going to kind of work myself up onto this page as I do this. And then there's a second press on it. And then let's go ahead and just get this off. And this will be our third press here, like so. And that is what this color combination looks like. And every time you fold over this circle gel press plate, you're going to get a different look. Now, I'm going to use this as my junker, because I call it a junker, because this is what I do use to clean the plate. Because when I was testing this out before I shot the video, my junker plate, I'll show it at the end, ended up being my very favorite plate of them all. And so I'm just getting little bits here and there off of it, and I'm trying to get it as clean as I can for the next pull. I can talk today. I'm still working on the coffee. I have no excuse. All right, whenever you're working with Delusions Paint in this open jar, and like I said, they've discontinued this line. You can still find it if there's some available. There's nothing wrong with the paint. It's just that it does tend to dry out because it has such an open, the mouth on it is so wide. So you can either mist a little bit of water after each use, or there is a distress spray that is really nice that you can mist as well in there, and that'll help elongate your product. If it does dry out, I would encourage you to try to get it wet again and just work it and see if that helps. Okay, So for this color combination, we are going to use a London blue. This one is periwinkle blue, and this one, I love this color, cut grass, is so fun. And again, I'm just going to lay some of these colors out. You don't have to do much, but what I have discovered in the process is not only laying it out in the center, but just take it around as well on your gel plate. And by doing that, you're gonna get even more of a unique type look. That's a lot of periwinkle, but that's okay. We'll go with it. But this way is also really fun, not just pulling it in the middle, but by, spacing it out around. And again, I'm living dangerously right here because I'm mixing a periwinkle blue, which is almost like a purple, with a green, and that could give me some muddy effects, so we'll see. All right, so I'm just gonna take and you can kind of smoosh it, you can really work with it. It will withstand. You can come up and put your weight on it. And I just like to let it fall back on itself. I don't know if it's just fun to watch or what, but so we'll go over this way. Yeah, Carolyn Doobie did one, and it was really fun what she was doing. She was like having you look for different pictures and different meanings and what you saw, like an abstract art type way. It was really fun. Go over and check hers out. It's pretty cool. She has a lot of great videos for gel press. And then we'll pull it down this way. And now we're ready to lift. So for this one, I'm definitely going to get more than one. I'm thinking at least 3. So look how cool that is. And I don't have any muddiness, which is really nice. This is so pretty. This is the second one. See how different this is from that first one. Sometimes your second pull is a lot better than your first pull, but I'm really liking that first one. And then we'll do a third pull, and then I'll use my junker plate, my junker one, to pull up the bits, and we'll move on to our third and final color combo. And then that one. I like that one. All right, so I'm just going to pull this here in a couple spots. This may not turn out. Everything is always different, but that's pretty clean. So it's coming up fairly well. All right, now the next one, we're gonna actually do some purple. And you gotta be careful with the purples because you can only mix blue or red with it before you get mud. You can't mix like green or yellow or any of those kind of paints. So I selected some colors that are really, really nice palette. We're gonna do Funky Fuchsia. This is gonna be our pink. I like a little bit of a pop. And then we're going to do Laid Back Lilac. And we have Crushed Grape. So this will be a really fun pull. All right, I'm gonna put Laid Back Lilac down first, and I'm just gonna kind of smear it around. And then we'll do Crushed Grape next, same technique. And Crushed Grape is, I definitely need to put some water in this when I close it, because as you can tell, it's getting a little bit thick, but that's okay. And then that fuchsia is perfect texture. I'm just gonna put that around there. I'm gonna lay down some more Crushed Grape here. All right, let me just pop the lids on. I am in a dry climate, so I do want to keep those covered as much as possible. And let's just play. Let's see what happens here. So It's just so much fun. You can even do this on a smaller circle, put it on an acrylic block, and then stamp it into your journal. That would be lots of fun too. And then we'll do one more time down this way. Now that is pretty moist there, and I really like kind of how we have the circle on the inside and then the pretty pink on the outside and pops of purple. So this is going to be a fun pull. So here is our first one. Lots of intense paint on the inside there. Do you see that? You can see the lines. Not a bad thing. It's just how it is. Every pull's different, you know? So it's just an experiment in art. This would be a great project to do, a lazy afternoon when you want to keep busy. All right, and then we'll do the third one, and then we'll do the junker. My junker one has turned out not to be that great, but I'm going to show you the junker from my previous pulls. That's kind of cool. All right, so here's my junker right here. Pop it on over. Not much. Not much is going on right there. Here we go. It's, you know, I think if I had a base color down, I would really like it, but I don't. So, oh well. It is what it is. And it's not really letting me pull much from here. So since this is a water soluble paint, I want to clean it. And so I'm going to use some hand sanitizer on here with my wipe, or you can, you know, rub it in with your fingers, but this wipe will be just fine. And I'm just going to go ahead and get that paint up, because since it is water soluble, if I were to put on even acrylic over it, there's a chance that it would activate, combine with that acrylic, and give me a not so nice color next time. So that's why I need to really make sure that I clean it off after I use any kind of water soluble paints like Delusions. But that was so much fun, right? Okay, let me show you my junker from my last hurrah when I was trying out this technique. This is my favorite of them all. So my first one that I did was a whole bunch of pinks. It was a rose quartz and a bubblegum pink, but the paint was getting too dry, so I couldn't use it again. And then the next one I laid down was that purple combination that you saw, followed by the green and blue combination at the end. And it just kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I learned, and this was the junker plate, okay? So you can only imagine how juicy this plate was after I first laid down that layer of pink. This is the fourth pull off of that plate. So definitely less is more for this technique. I learned that through this, but I got a very cool pull off of this that will be a lot of fun in an art journal or on a card or on a scrapbook layout. All right, you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed this video. And again, go over and check out Carolyn Dube. Until next time, I'm Bets Golden. Happy crafting.